Hello, hello! Welcome to Pop Not Pop episode 9. That is the Post-Breakup Blues production episode. Okay, we're several episodes in now. You've seen me do production episodes a few times, which means you now have some idea as to how I construct the foundational elements of a track. So today we're going to start getting into slightly greater depth with the production element, with some of the more interesting variations and details that get the tracks to sound the way they do. So, as I intimated in the last episode, acoustic guitar is where this track started. But then I started messing around with arpeggiators, for which I blame the excellent LCD sound system. LCD sound system are a little bit fond of an ARP, as it were, and I spent some time listening to their album American Dream before I started working on this track. Working with an arpeggiator changed the feel of this track completely. It gave the track a rolling back foot momentum, but with this synth it also gave it a chiptune feel. Chiptune is the name of a genre of music that takes the same synth qualities as the synths that were used to make early video game music and soundtracks. Now, I used my light pad to play this synth, which meant I could take immediate advantage of some of the MPE 5D dynamics. I could play soft or hard. And basically the sound was shaped by the velocity and direction of my finger on the pad. After I recorded this synth part, I added an exciter plugin, which does pretty much exactly what it says on the tin, and increased the harmonics by about 20% from the original default setting, which made the synth feel dirtier and grittier. This then gave a great contrast to the smoother pad that I put underneath it. Originally, I created the percussion for this track using a digital drum kit preset from Rolly Studio Drums. Afterwards, I used the editor to separate the elements of the percussion kit through replicating tracks, which enables you to then manipulate the sound of these elements individually. So this way, for example, I can add a heavier reverb to the finger clicks without that reverb then affecting the other percussion parts on the sample, which gives greater control over the final sound of the track. So now, what do I do about the guitar? I can't play on the beat now, as I really want to lean into the offbeat arrangement. So I came up with this electric picking pattern to complement the arpeggiated synth. Now there are some tricks that producers use to cue the listener into a coming shift in the dynamic of a song, like a chorus. And I decided to indulge in one such trick, which is reversing an open guitar chord to lead into the second chorus. In Logic, you can literally flip an audio clip around to make it sound like the sound waves are literally coming towards you. The eagle-eared amongst you will recognise this trick from the opening verse of my title track for my first EP, The Game and the River, where my collaborators Ben, Jimmy and I reversed a whole acoustic picking pattern. Hop onto your favourite streaming platform and check it out. Now for the bass. I ended up doubling up on the playing of the same preset, once with a MIDI controller and once with an MPE controller. I chose fluid acoustic bass because of that twang or attack at the front end of the note. I actually found this when creating another project. Playing it on a MIDI controller is nice sometimes because you will get a nice consistent sound to every note that you hit. Sometimes that binary is useful. Now, to get more of a pounding, pressing feeling into the track, One of the nice things about originally playing acoustic rhythm guitar on this track was that it brought a momentum, like a sense of urgency to this track, which I didn't necessarily want to lose. So instead, I dropped the MIDI bass on the beat from the second verse onwards. But moving it onto an MPE controller opens up new possibilities. Now we still have access to that twang, which complements the clicks and claps of the track, but also we can play softly, create velocity, or aftertouch, and we can bend the note. So now we can run those effects along the straight notes of the MIDI, like this. Now, I'm just going to say a word about the delivery here. There needs to be a tightness or a snappiness about the vocal delivery that matches the tone of the song. This song is meant to be both sharp and soulful because it's a happy song about something painful. So I'm looking for ways to express that in the singing of the song. I need to let you change me. Inside I have been waking. I've been repairing and breaking, repairing and breaking. So I need to let you change me now. It's over. Tell the truth, even if it hurts you, even if it gives you the post-breakup blues. Tell the truth, even if it hurts you, even if it gives you the post-breakup blues. Okay gang, that's all for this track. But if you enjoyed the episode, toss a coin to your witcher by heading over to www.patreon.com/IamRookes and becoming a Rookes Lab Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Next week we'll have a whole new track to play with, so keep on keeping on and I will see you then for more Pop Not Pop.